This is 4.3 notes. Continue. All right. Thanks for your enthusiasm. All right, example 3. We have suppose A and B are mutually, though they're not mutually anything, they are events such that probability of A is 1/3, the probability of B is 1/5, and the probability of A or B is 1/2. Complete parts A and B below. This is where we're going to show our work since there's just not enough space on the page. You can see we're going to just write example 3 continued. For part A, are events A and B mutually exclusive? Explain. So we have a rule that says if events are mutually exclusive, we have that on the front of our notes here, if events are mutually exclusive, then we can just add their probabilities together and get the probability of A or B. So we're going to test it out, see if it works. So I'm going to write that down just so we can all be on the same page. If A and B are mutually exclusive, the special addition rule works. That is, the probability of A or B equals the probability of A plus the probability of B. In the question, we're given the probability of A, probability of B, and the probability of A or B, so we're just doing simple substitution here. We're plugging in the probability of A, that's 1/3. Plugging in the probability of B, that's 1/5. And plugging in the probability of A or B, that's 1/2. I put an equal sign here, but I'm going to put a question mark over it because we're testing this. We're testing to see, does 1/2 equal 1/3 plus 1/5? If I add 1/3 and 1/5, you can do that in your calculator using the ABC button for fractions. You'll get a simplified fraction. Does 1/2, does it equal 8/15? That's the question. The answer is nope. Left side is not equal to right side. Therefore, what do we know about the two events? Are they mutually exclusive? No. So the answer is A and B are not mutually exclusive. Part B. Part B says determine the probability of A and B. Now that we know they're not mutually exclusive, enter in the general addition rule. Remember, that's going to be the probability of A or B equals the probability of A plus the probability of B minus the probability of the overlap, the probability of the A and B. Again, we're just going to substitute in. We know the probability of A or B that from the question. I'm going to draw my little line. It's going to be a simple algebraic equation here is 1/2. We already added together the probability of A plus the probability of B. Right, just a second ago, that's 8/15. So 8/15 plus the it's a minus the probability of A and B. So we have one unknown to solve for the probability of A and B. That's what the question asked us to do initially. We're just gonna start by subtracting the 8/15 from both sides, a quick little two-step algebraic equation. Subtract the 8/15 from both sides. Cancels that out. 1/2 minus 8/15 is gonna be negative 1/30. That's going to be equal to negative probability of A and B. We have that minus sign in front that turns into a negative sign. And that, yeah, just divide both sides by the -1 to get it back to positive. So now we have a positive 1/30. I like that you were questioning that because we can't have a negative. We know that. Good observation. So the probability of A and B is 1/30. So that concludes our notes for 4.3, Part 2. Don't forget, like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Hit the bell notifications.